History of the Cherokee from letter written on November 10th, 1825 by F. Dursey to Francis Grapp, a well-known Indian trader at Nacogdoches. Knowing the weight of your influence with all the savage nations and also the ascendancy that you have over the character of Mr. Fields, your son-in-law, I think that on one could stop better than yourself. The great disturbance which is about to be raised by the Indians, whom you understand better than I say that you can distinguish yourself for the welfare of humanity in general, in making the savages understand the evils which await them in following the plans of Mr. Fields and likewise causing Mr. Fields to be spoken to by his brother, who can prevail upon him to abandon a plan which will have no other end than that of destroying himself, and all who shall have the misfortune to follow him. Excerpts taken from an article on the internet entitled Hayden Edwards and the Fredonian Rebellion 1826 through 1827. Entries used in the article are from Comprehensive History of Texas, and also History of Texas and Texansi have included the letters as they were presented in their entirety. Letters to Cherokees from Ahumada, Saucedo and Austin Comandante Ahumada and Jefe Politico Saucedo to Fields. General Mateo Ahumada, the military commandant and the political chief Saucedo, addressed the following letters to Richard Fields, the Cherokee chief, for the purpose, if possible, of disengaging him from alliance with the rebellious colonists. If there should be any truth in Hunter's claim that Fields had in fact joined the revolt. Ahumada to Fields, San Felipe de Austin, January 4, 1827. Principal Depot of Arms in Texas. To Richard Fields, Chief of the Cherokees. I have received information from various sources that you have united with the party of Americans who in Nacogdoches have declared themselves opposed to the supreme government of Mexico. Relying, however, on the prudence and probity which you have justly acquired, I have not given full faith to this news, and have therefore thought proper to say to you that if you feel any sentiments of displeasure against the superior authority, I can assure you it has not been the intention of the government to neglect you in the slightest degree, and that they will listen with paternal love to any solicitations you may think proper to make, and will grant such as are not in opposition to the law. I am informed that in Mexico you were told to visit the state of Coahuila in Texas, and select the lands that pleased you for your settlement, and apply for them immediately. If you have not selected them and not asked for them, it was not the fault of the government that you are not now in possession of them, notwithstanding you peaceably and tranquilly occupy lands of the nation. If you have since appointed other persons to represent your affairs in Mexico, and have not received the satisfaction you expected, it has no doubt arisen in consequence of your agent not carrying the necessary credentials, and consequently the supreme government doubted whether you really had sent them. Prudence and judgment, which adorn you, imperiously require that in a matter of so delicate a nature the utmost circumspection should be used. A precipitate commencement of hostilities will produce evils of the greatest magnitude. The arms of the Republic of Mexico, which protect the Department of Texas, and which I have the honor of commanding, must not be stained by the blood of my fellow citizens, the Cherokees, nor with that of the other nations with whom they are united. Our common enemy is on the other side of the ocean. The party of Americans who in Nacogdoches have attacked the Mexican authorities will doubtless interest themselves to compromit you, for, having committed one error, they will follow it up by others still greater. But you are not in that situation, and I therefore desire that you come in person to the Trinity River, at the crossing of the main road near the Lomo de Toro, or to this town where I am detained by bad weather, in order that we may have an interview and a discussion of this subject between the Chief of the Department of Texas, Jose Antonio Saucedo, Mr. Stephen F. Austin, yourself and myself, and come to such an understanding as the common interest may require. And I feel no hesitation in assuring you that the result will not be disagreeable to you. I therefore hope that you will inform me, in answer to this, your feelings on the subject, with the understanding that the Republic of Mexico has no cause whatever to declare war against the Cherokees or other tribes with whom they are united. I have expressed myself to you with the frankness that characterizes me, and I expect the answer of a man of honor, and presenting you with my consideration and respect, I remain yours, etc. God and Liberty, Mateo Ahumada. I certify the foregoing to be a true translation of the original which accompanies it.